On location and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome live from BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the mall at Grease Ridge, where when we're taping this, it's 11:35, and you got a nice crowd already.
It's not bad on Thursdays,
it's
right?
like I came in here, they're all just hanging out at the bar.
Yeah, we got our few regulars that come in every morning.
Yeah,
and they're retired and they're just enjoying their life a little bit.
Yeah,
and then they take some lunch home and they go home and take a nap. I imagine
that's a pretty nice life.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice life.
Yeah.
So I called Matt and asked Matt if he would be open to me coming out and just kind of doing a one-on-one type situation with he and Connie, because BTB has been sponsoring the podcast since it started, which is can't thank you enough for that. But just the hospitality industry as a whole has changed dramatically, I feel like.
Absolutely.
And more because of customer behavior and stuff, right? But let's go back. Like, I know Matt, probably since you were a kid, was in some form of hospitality, whether it was being in a hotshot DJ at all the nightclubs and picking up the ladies, and you know he was.
Yeah, I mean, I started at 15 in a pizza shop.
Yeah.
I grew up in Hamlin, so I grew up in Podunks, but I started at Cronies Pizza out there when I was 15. And I'll be honest with you, I was probably the worst employee for the longest time.
Why?
I would fuck things up.
Oh, yeah, just because you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was a dumb kid, I worked on a farm before that, so before I worked on a farm, then I worked in a grocery store. The most disgusting job. I worked in the meat department.
Oh,
but I was in charge of cleaning it after it was all done.
Right, and a lot of that stuff goes on the floor.
Oh,
yeah, because it's a butcher shop basically in the meat department.
But that's where I learned cleanliness, because everything had to be spotless, or else you'd have bacteria.
How old were you when you were doing this?
I was 14.
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah.
Right. I mean, that's it built me to what I am now, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, but you just decided at that moment, this is kind of my path here?
Well, no, I was kind of a lost child for a while. Like, my 21-year-old is basically a mirror image of me. I was kind of lost for a while. At 18, I was working 3 jobs. I didn't go to school, so I was working 2 full-time jobs plus a part-time job. So I was working like 90 hours a week, but all I cared about was putting money in the bank, making money.
Right.
So I didn't have much of a life in the early 20s, but I didn't, because the part-time job was working security or DJing, so I was out and about, and I was making money, and everybody else was spending money.
Right.
Not quite the same as, you're not partying, but I'm still out in the atmosphere. Yeah. DJing, yes. The DJ. Oh, boy. The DJ, yeah. And boy, I wasn't even a heavy drinker back then, so it didn't take much,
That's right. The DJ, like I mean, you heard stories about guys who were DJing.
Oh, yeah. There was nights that, at the time, my best friend Mark, he would shut the mic off. He'd just be like, "You're not talking no more tonight."
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And so, Connie, have you been in hospitality?
I actually went to college for it.
Yeah.
And then I just
started
been in it ever since.
Yeah. How did this kind of union become between you and Matt to where BTB is now, right? Because you kind of work hand in hand here.
This building. So this building was Captain's Attic back in 1994, 95.
Yeah.
And it's funny because where the door is to the mall now is what the DJ booth was, and then in front of that there was a small dance floor with I would call it a pergola is what I would call it, over the top of it. And it was very small, 12 by 12 maybe. And it was not the ideal setup for like a club or with bands, because behind that area was a fireplace with tables and chairs, and these old-ass chairs and tables were so heavy. We had to remove them every night, Wednesday through Saturday. So Wednesday would be the ladies' night.
So you worked at Captain's Attic?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's how we met, is working at Captain's Attic.
Yep.
Okay. And then together just decided this is, yeah.
And it's been funny because her and John have worked for me in almost every business I've had in some sort of capacity. John was mowing for me as a landscaper, and she was doing a lot of the billing and collections for me. So because I had a full-time job while running this company, so I always had to rely on some other people to help out.
Right.
So in some form of capacity, they've always worked, I think, in every single business I had except for maybe the ceiling business.
Yeah, that was the only one we did.
Yeah.
Wait, you had a ceiling business?
Yeah, I had a driveway seal business.
That's seal. I'm thinking of drywall. I don't know why.
No. But, the thing with that was, like, a buddy came to me. He's like, hey, I got this great idea. He couldn't keep a job. And he's like, I'm going to do this. I did this for 2 years. And I was like, okay, great. He's like, okay, I need the money. And I was like, what? He goes, I want you to be the investor, blah, blah, blah. So we bought a truck. It was like, I remember we bought the truck. It was end of August. So the sealing season for driveways is over in September. I'm buying this truck going, why are we buying this truck right now when the season doesn't start until, next April?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I bought the truck. I invested some money throughout the winter to do it. I learned the business just by teaching myself online and stuff, and then I would go out and help. But he lasted like a month, and he just disappeared. Just
with the truck? Or
no,
you had it all.
But now I have all these appointments lined up, so now I'm scattering because we only had one guy working for us with him. So now I'm scattered. So it threw me into a tizzy at that time, right? But it was able to it's kind of how we fix everything around here because you never know somebody's not going to show up. So, but this guy was running the whole thing. For him not to show up really kind of screwed me.
What's the mindset to go, I'll just do this. I'll just make this work?
Because it was when he left or before that.
Just in anything like, hey, yeah, this sounds like a great idea.
That's the way we're built.
That's the way you're built. The entrepreneurial kind of side of you just goes, I'd rather do this. I mean, you're your own boss, both of you, right?
It sucks though. Sometimes it would be a lot easier sometimes to go to work 9 to 5, collect that paycheck, and go home. 5 o'clock, I don't care about anything.
Right.
Where, there's times that her and I are talking at 1 o'clock in the morning about things. And
really,
yeah.
There's
you sent me
no
a text at 5:30 yesterday.
I did.
5:30 in the morning. What are you doing up?
Oh, we don't sleep.
No.
You don't sleep.
We sleep in breaks, like
2 hours, 2
Yeah.
hours, 2 hours.
I think I had fallen asleep at like midnight, so by 4 o'clock my mind's racing. So, and then I'm usually up for a couple hours, and I'll fall back asleep for like an hour. Again, that's the nice thing about not having to come to work at a certain time, right? I mean, I could fall back asleep till 8:30, and I'm okay. Where most people had to be up. So
yeah,
it's just in breaks. It's not healthy for you, that's for sure.
No, I know. I mean, look,
time.
I feel like my life, radio. I was up at 3, and a lot of times I was so, especially when Weez left and it was me and Tommy, and you're like, everybody's talking about how you're going to fail and you're going to be down, and you're going to run over. I would work my ass off to find great guests, right angles. How can we talk about this that nobody else is? And I would be up to like 11, 12, and then back up by 3:30 or, if I could 4. And sometimes falling asleep at a traffic light with the kids in the car at one point.
I mean, that position basically is like owning your own company. Because if you don't, if you don't do well there and you fail, you're going to get fired.
Right.
So you had to make it better. You couldn't rely on a producer. You had to do things yourself to make sure they got done right.
Okay, so talk to me, and I'll ask Connie this first. Because in that mindset, right, I feel like, and you guys, and Matt seems to be pretty good at this, and he found it in you, and you probably found it in him. Somebody you can rely on and trust that knows how you wanted things done and knows that. But outside of that, how much more do you take on because you just would rather do it yourself than deal with someone else?
Everything possible.
Yeah, and that's like a terrible way to be because you can't grow because you're doing the small shit that you am I right?
Right, but I can also make sure it's maintained so that we can grow.
Okay, right. I mean, but are you like that? Like even with the ceiling business, you're like, I got to get out there and do it. And then you don't almost like, you'd rather do it yourself than train somebody.
I mean, there was a time, and on Friday nights, I was in the kitchen.
Yes.
It would only be for 3 hours, but I said, rather than hire somebody else who's not going to show up, let me just do this myself. I know I'm going to do the right thing by the customer. I know I'm going to do the right thing by the employee. I know I'm going to do the right thing by Connie and the employees that are working here and counting on me. So why am I going to bring somebody in here that's just going to not show up? And then they're shorthanded in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I just said, screw it. We're not hiring another person right now.
So how do you keep it like, so you guys are here, you're at the mall at Reis Ridge, right? There's always changing things around. You seem to be sort of an anchor spot, right? It's been here how many years now?
Yeah, almost 5. It'll be 5 years in
That's
March.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And you've got a reputation that comes from that. But how do you keep it so it's fresh? Because the atmosphere in here is always like it's different than I would expect for a restaurant at a mall. I mean, when I say different, I mean you walk in, I feel like I'm in a freestanding building. It's fun. It's lively. Watching a Bills game here is a freaking treat. It really is. Like, so what is that, and how do you bring that when you're concerned about someone not showing up? Did this delivery happen? Are we getting backed up in the kitchen? Because you guys are the vibe, but the vibe in here is always like great.
You just always have to have a backup plan. Always in the back of your mind, there's a backup plan. If this person doesn't show up, if this doesn't show up, I can switch this, I can switch that. This person's out here. Whenever I wrote a schedule, I always had a backup plan for every position.
You should teach a course, honestly. like you know what I'm saying? Like,
People would think we're crazy at the things we come up with.
Yep.
why though? Because it's
they're
work.
like, why do you got to worry about that? And because we've seen every scenario you could possibly throw at
Yeah,
us.
like I don't think that you can go to school for anything, and you went to college, right? Hospitality. I went to college, communications. You can learn stuff. Like I was asked to come back to my college and speak, and somebody asked me if you could do it over again, would you major in communications? And I said no. I would major in history or philosophy because you have to have something to say into the microphone. You know, learning how far the distance is from the microphone, you need something to learn to say. There are certain things that you learn on the job that they can't teach you. Like
absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like they can't teach you, and that's where I go. Sometimes the best teachers are the people who never went to school, right? Or any formal, we'll call it formal,
absolutely.
and came along and built something successful, and you go, that's who should be teaching you. You know,
You learn more on the job than you do in school.
yeah,
Definitely.
I agree with
Definitely. Working, you learn everything that you don't learn in school.
that. Right, and because it's real life scenario, you can't. I mean, how do you handle an unruly customer? How do you handle a drunk person at the bar? How do you handle an employee who shoots back at a customer who's rude? I mean, holy shit! Not
That's
for
just
me.
that. Then how do you handle a 20-top that walks in and expects their dinner right on there, on the spot? You know, they don't want to wait half hour for their food, so there's pressure there where they can't give you that pressure in school. And I shouldn't speak on that because I didn't go to school for it. Maybe
They
they
don't.
do. Okay.
No, they don't.
But if it was
How could
me,
they
I would teach
recreate
that
that?
class. I would recreate it that way. I'd say, okay, these 20 people just walked in. Here's their order. We need it out, and your ticket time better be less than 13 minutes because that's our rule here.
Right.
Which is, I know people think I'm ridiculous, but
Wow.
yeah. It
They
better
showed
be right.
me how to
and it
cut a
better be-
chicken in college when I went, but they
Yeah.
didn't show me how to produce 20 people in 13 minutes.
Right.
They
so
showed
that-
me how to make a donut, but not how to handle a drunk asshole at the bar.
Right. And is there a right way to handle a drunk asshole at the bar?
Every person's different.
Yeah.
Very much
So what do you do? I mean, and I'll say it, as a woman, like if you approach a guy, you know, things can,
Yeah, she'll throw him out as fast as I will, physically. That's what Connie, man. I'm telling you.
Oh,
right
I
now.
don't mean it like that, but I'm just saying, like, I could see a guy trying to, to be more intimidating, trying to intimidate you, right? And I think most people nowadays would probably help you around, like
Right.
around you would help, but I go, still, that's a scenario.
You just have to walk up to them with confidence. Just
Yeah.
be very polite, and then when they turn, then you turn.
But you don't have a lot of problems here, ever.
No.
I mean,
No,
that's,
but you get some problems here and there. You know,
Well,
in
you-
the first year, I feel like we had a couple problems that was like, what the hell? I thought when I closed Bathtub Billy's and I was done with this business, and then Connie said, I'm gonna open this, and I was like, you're fucking crazy. Come work for me, and I was like, okay, because I'm that crazy too. But like the fact, like we had a guy in here one night sitting at the bar, and I sat down after my shift. I'm having a drink, and he's talking to me, and then a couple minutes later, he like turns on me 180. So like, oh, you think you're something fucking special? And I was like, I looked at him like, are you talking to me? I thought he was talking to somebody else. I thought he really was. So I looked at him. I said, me? He goes, who the fuck else would I be talking to? I'm like, I was like, I don't know what I did to you, man. Whatever your problem is, I'm sorry. And man, all of a sudden I see out of the corner of my eye, I see him pick up the chair next to me, and he goes to fucking swing it.
please
And-
tell me he fell, like it took him off
No,
balance.
I grabbed him, and I tumbled to the ground.
Yeah.
We kind of rolled around, and then a couple guys helped me get him out the door. This guy was crazy, and he was strong as hell. We got him out the door and locked the door. He tried to break the window. He finally found like an A-frame sign out front. smashed it through the top window of the door and then couldn't get in. If he was smart enough, he would have smashed the bottom window so he could get in. But then the other next door is locked too, so I don't know where he was going. We called the cops, and he starts running from the cops. They chase him down. They catch him, which was another story. But
Oh, yeah.
amazing how the fast this cop was. But the guy was, I'll give you this. It's hard to see because you don't know where the jewelry place is over here.
Okay.
By the light. This guy's halfway across the parking lot, so he's a good...
He's got a lead.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's no way I wouldn't even think about catching him in a car. This cop ran him down by the jewelry store. And, like, when I looked at the other cop, I go, did he just run him down? He goes, yeah, he messed with the wrong guy. Not only is he a marathon runner, but he's a sprinter. I'm like, wow. He ran him down and tackled him. So they get him, and they're like, yeah, we know this guy. He just got out of jail 3 days ago. Now he's gone to the. Now he's claiming he's insane. So they got to take him to psych ward.
Right.
So this guy's all big and tough the whole time. So I have to identify him in the ambulance. So I walk over there, and he's just crying. So I'm kind of a dick, and I go, wow, you're not so fucking tough now, are you, you fucking pussy? As he's crying. So the female cop just starts laughing, and she's like, okay, Matt, you identified him. Let's go. But, I mean, he just changed, and for no reason, something snapped in his head, and you never know what somebody's going through.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I literally had a conversation with this guy for 5-10 minutes, and he was fine. Just normal conversation. I thought he was a normal guy.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, he's raising a bar stool at me, and I'm like, oh,
Right.
shit.
Like that,
Luckily, I saw it out of the corner of my eye.
Right, but this is all the
killed me.
stuff that you have to deal with on all the levels, because even if it's not you and it's one of your employees, you gotta.
We've had that too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what do you do in that situation?
So we did have a problem about 6 months ago or so with a dishwasher, and we kind of had a feeling like he might be one of those guys that comes back to kill you if he did something wrong. But he was an excellent worker, and he was a nice guy, right? I mean,
He was.
weird.
Until that moment.
Yeah, but he worked probably 6 months, and the joke was, when's he going to blow the place up or whatever. But he came to work every day, and he was happy. He'd sing to himself. He talked to people. He seemed okay. And then one night he snapped, and I wasn't here. So unfortunately, Connie and Michelle both had to deal with this.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm moving a camera at the same time.
I should probably let Connie tell you this story.
No, but the guy snaps.
Yeah.
He's an employee here, and he snaps.
Oh, yeah.
It was in the back at least, but
It was in the back.
Connie can tell you exactly what happened. I'll let her
What happened?
He just started screaming at Michelle and Nina, and Nina's our kitchen manager. And he just kept screaming that he was going to come back and shoot us and kill us and da-da-da-da-da. So we got him out the door, got the doors locked. And
See, the thing is, like, I almost feel like if you go back to the 80s and someone screamed that, you go, it's just a drunk, get him out of here.
Exactly.
Now you go, what the fuck? I watched the guy die on TikTok yesterday.
Right.
I mean, my kid comes out of his room and goes, look at this. And then it was before it even hit the news.
Yeah.
And I go, this is awful.
This is the
Fucking
world.
Horrible.
It's horrible.
Like,
Yeah.
horrible. So when someone says that, like,
You got to do.
my
you got
sphincter
to
gets
react.
tight, man. I'm scared. I don't have guns. I don't even have I don't know anything. So what happens?
We just called the police on him, and they chased him out.
They chased him out. You didn't try to get him out of here, did you?
Well, I got him out of the building.
How?
I don't know. I don't really remember. It just happened.
like,
I take over a whole nother personality.
Listen, if you ever saw Michelle,
Good.
Connie, and Nina together get upset with somebody, you'd understand he'd get out of the building. Like, I'd run too.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they're a force to be reckoned with.
yeah, but if
the three of
somebody's
them.
you know what I'm saying, like threatening, and again, I mean, look, one of the things I'll always say is, no matter what, most men, not all, are like physically bigger, physically stronger. Like, that's the thing that would scare me a little bit.
I'm not afraid.
I guess not. And
I have a out over the bar. I know my easiest way to get over the bar instead of running around. Michelle has an out over the bar. We have
Okay.
all these things planned.
I do not try to go over the bar. I'm too fat and I'll fall and hurt myself. I just
it's like
go
the
around.
Dukes of Hazzard. I get stuck.
That way, they got a handle before I get there. I don't have to do anything.
Scary, though.
It
Yeah,
is.
afterwards, yes. Afterwards, when you realize everything that you
Right.
just did, it's like, oh, okay. What-
So, what do you do?
And I will say these incidents are very limited. Like,
Yes.
we haven't, I shouldn't say this, but we haven't had a problem in the bar in years.
I would think
years.
not. Like that's what I mean. Like the atmosphere here is one of cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool vibe. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's happy. It's a happy, fun place. That's why you come in here at 11:30. There's people are comfortable coming here. They like starting their day here. It's their part of their routine.
These guys come in a lot for lunch. They're here.
But
at least
this
once
is
a week,
what you created. Like, I think that's a pretty cool thing that you sometimes have to step back and should give yourself a little bit of credit. No?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll take the idea. We'll take the credit for creating it. But the staff is the one that they roll it out. Like
they follow through.
If the staff didn't do what we wanted it to do, then we'd have to find other staff. But this staff is amazing.
So what? So how hard is it? Because you hire somebody, great worker, and then he snaps. What? How do you? How hard is it to find somebody else then to step in? Because that guy you clearly don't want back here.
No,
I mean, my God.
it's hard. I'll be honest with you. The dishwasher is the hardest position to fill in the place.
Really?
It's a hard job. People don't realize how hard it is. Dealing with dirty plates, food, heat from the water. Summertime, it's 120 degrees back there. It's hot. Now you got hot water. You're getting soaked all night. It's a terrible, hard job. It's also the most important job in the restaurant. If you don't clean every dish and every plate and every bowl and every pan perfectly, you can get somebody sick. You could send out something that looks dirty instead of clean to a customer. So it is vital that dishwasher does his best job.
And takes pride in his work.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody puts down dishwashers.
That's what
not.
That's why I think somebody would say, but I'm just a dishwasher, which is a terrible, right? I mean, you can see where I'm just a dishwasher. Or have you had anybody who started as a dishwasher and now maybe something like moved up?
We did. I don't think anymore.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
We did,
they've
though.
moved up front to cook.
Yeah.
They've moved up to pizza guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, it's there are opportunities to grow and stuff. But so, how about like in finding employees and things though?
It's very difficult.
Not a lot of turnover here. Not a lot of turnover here.
Luckily, not the front of the house.
Yeah.
So our servers are great. You never have to worry about finding servers and bartenders. That's not the problem. It's finding quality ones.
Yeah.
So I probably get 10 to 15 applications a week for between bartenders and servers. And most of them you interview, you're like, there's just not a good fit. But the back of the house, that's the hardest part. Like,
absolutely.
And we thought we had the final piece to the puzzle, and now we're starting to question that. Maybe we need somebody different for that spot. But for now, it's like you roll with it.
Right.
But the person who you hired was doing great for the first 3 months, and now it's like you got to keep talking to them, and sooner or later you can't keep talking.
Do you ever see yourselves as kind of coaches?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to figure out, and this sounds really bad, you have to figure out how to get out of somebody what you want.
Yeah. No, it doesn't
How
sound
you
bad.
have
I think
to
it's
talk to them or coach them or treat them or lead them.
yeah. I mean, everybody's different, right? So how do you
Absolutely.
walk that line?
There's some people you can say, what the fuck are you doing in
Yes.
the middle of a dinner rush?
Right.
And then 5 minutes afterwards, you're laughing about it.
Right.
There's other people you say that to, and they hold it against you the rest of your life.
You're the meanest person in the whole wide world.
And I've come a long ways. Like I used to be that asshole that was really tough.
I love when Matt talks
Right?
like this.
Yeah.
Because
We
Matt,
both used to be that way. Absolutely. Old school, you could scream and yell.
Yeah,
and
right,
at the end
right.
of the day, you went out, you had a shot, you had a beer, everything was fine.
Yeah.
Nobody
And
had
we're not even talking
feelings.
that long ago because
No.
down the road was that way. Like we would yell at people, back and forth, me and an employee. And then after the shift was over, we'd go out, we'd have a drink, laugh about it, apologize to each other, and move on. Nowadays, some people get upset about that.
yeah, it is different. I mean, it's very different, and I don't know why. I don't know what the shift was. I like to think we evolved. Maybe it's just better as a society. But I was one of these people screaming and yelling and doing all kinds. Like that was just it. And again, you sometimes go, well, what do you mean? And then people go, well, you're intimidating. You're this. Nobody wants to, not necessarily want to work with you, but it becomes one of those things. So. But in the heat of the moment, I mean, it's when you watch, and I couldn't continue on. I don't know
bear?
why. Yeah,
I knew you were going to say the bear.
yeah, because it's very real.
So real.
And I thought that was an excellent depiction of what goes on. I don't know. I think there was other things with the show. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I stopped watching season 2.
Yeah,
but
me
if
too.
you watch season 1,
Yeah.
that's the real life of a restaurant owner.
Right.
Him wondering, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to pay the payroll? How am I going to pay this? Oh shit! How am I going to get through dinner hour? Oh, I got to do all this. I got to get this prepped. I got to do this. People don't realize it. There's some glory to it, but it's very limited. Like,
Very.
people think you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
You make less than the average person at Walmart, probably. No offense to anybody working at Walmart.
No, I understand.
But I could probably make more money as a greeter than I did down the road at Bathtub
So
Village.
why stay?
It's just a passion.
It is.
It's in your soul.
Yeah. It's a passion. You love.
I love this industry.
Yeah.
Love it. Like, even if I didn't work for Connie anymore, I would go work somewhere else in this industry.
Yeah, you would. Well, now you also have the other.
Right. So now, so I'm spreading myself a little bit.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because that puts more on Connie and Michelle to kind of write this place, keep it right. So I'm putting a lot, and honestly, I give it to Connie because I don't feel comfortable giving it to somebody else without giving them something to do that. Where Connie, I can say, hey, can you help me with this? And I know that she's not going to hold it against me or, anything like that. Or I don't feel like I have to reward her something.
No.
I don't have to go out and buy her a gift card or something.
Well, right. I mean, for lack of a better term, it almost sounds like you guys have a marriage of business, right? That you work together well enough.
Yeah, Connie's my longest relationship ever. Other than the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah.
Right? You understand, and it's somebody that you completely implicitly trust, and vice versa. Because if you didn't have each other, I don't know.
And most days is 8 to 10 hours a day together, and the only reason it's not more is because I leave. I get to leave. She's stuck here.
Do you how long are your days? What is a typical day?
13.
13 hours a day. Okay. And then what?
And
Can
I
you
go home.
unwind though when you go home? Because it's like
I have a cocktail or two.
okay, yeah, right. Like I mean, So what do you do to stay? Because there are days you got to be dragging some days.
I do.
Because I tried a Red Bull the other day and I took it too late in the day and I was up till 2 in the morning.
No, you reach a certain age where you can't drink caffeine after 8 p.m. or you won't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was 3 in the afternoon, but
Oh, Jesus.
I was still wired when I
really?
got home. Yeah, I took one of the big ones.
Maybe I do have to try it. I
I-
can't get it by the taste.
I didn't either.
Yeah, well, it tastes like medicine.
Yeah.
A little bit. It does.
I don't know if I want to give my heart any more reason than
Well,
work
see,
hard.
that's the other thing that worries me as well. And I used to drink vodka Red Bull because it was like I would be jumping around in
Yeah.
centers and sweaty and being inappropriate, I'm sure.
No, not at all. Sure.
All that kind of stuff. But
Never.
No, never at all. So what do you do for fun?
I unfortunately don't.
Yeah, because this is fun.
Yeah.
In a way, I mean, I got to
To a
think.
certain point, yeah.
Do you travel much? Or you get away? Like, I'll see Matt. I love watching
No,
Matt. I live vicariously through
She's
Matt.
going to tell you,
He
it drives
gets
me
so
insane.
mad at me. He gets so mad at me because I don't take more time off.
Yeah, well, if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be good enough for anybody else.
I know.
No, that, but you should enjoy the time, the money you're making. You should at least be able to enjoy that. You should be able to enjoy your time that you have off. I'll give you an instance. She has a wedding coming up in November for her nephew.
Okay.
It's in New York City.
She doesn't want to go.
No, I do. I booked the hotel.
But she's going to take the minimum time that she needs off, where I'm like, spread it out. Take a week.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a week in March.
That's 6 months away.
I have not taken a week.
It's how long?
My honeymoon in 2002.
Holy shit, Connie, that's like
There's a lot of
23 years
I've
ago.
only been with her 9 years, so
There's
it's
a lot
not all
of
my
other
fault.
factors that were building up to that.
Okay. Is that a good thing?
No.
No. But you're happy.
My husband was an addict.
Okay.
Is an addict, but he's recovering.
Yeah.
So there was never any money.
Gotcha.
And if I was out of town, there was always a problem, and I would have to rush back home. And
Yeah.
there was always something.
Yeah.
So in the last 3 years that he's been,
Jesus
clean.
Christ, you're a fucking angel. No, seriously, because most people leave.
I know. I should have.
Yeah, but
But
you
I
didn't,
didn't.
and he's lucky.
And
He is beyond lucky.
You know what I'm saying? Like
He's-
that's a lucky
he's-
dude, Connie.
And he now knows it, but he didn't know it for the longest
Of
time.
course not. You're all up in your head. It's tough. That's a tough one to go.
I told her probably 100 times, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We were going to take him on a boat.
Yeah. I do know that he fits in a 60-gallon garbage bag.
I didn't test it. She did, not me.
That's very funny. But, I mean, honestly, like, it's so... You're putting out fires here. Your whole life is a fire.
It is.
At times, right? You don't know when anything's going to pop up.
And for a few years, I took care of my mother, and then my dad got sick, and we took care of my dad. My dad lived with us for a year and a half.
Yeah.
We were his main caregivers.
You just like that stuff, though.
I like to fix things.
Yeah, I can
but I'm
see
getting
it.
tired.
Yeah.
There's a reason why everybody calls her Ma.
Yeah.
She said that. She said everybody calls her. Yeah, because you can fix it.
I try.
Is there anything that anybody comes to you as an employee that you haven't seen before?
Oh, Lord.
I'm thinking, really?
Some of the things.
You haven't seen before?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like most of it you must have come across somewhere in your...
We say all the time we should have a reality show because people would not believe it.
We'd make billions.
Dude, all you need to do nowadays is set up cameras, have someone edit it, and put it on YouTube, and just see what happens. You know, put it out there. It could, if you could do it. I don't know what
help your restaurant or kill it. One or the other. People, I'm not going to deal with those psycho people.
It's a great point. I didn't think of that.
It could go one way or the other.
I'm just saying, like, it would be interesting because I don't think I think that young guys often say, "I want to own a bar."
Yes.
And I don't think they know what they're getting themselves into, because beyond that, just the state and the rules.
Give me a dive bar. Give me a dive bar all day long.
And why is that?
I don't want to say dive bar. Give me a place like B-side.
Yep.
Very small,
Yep.
easy. Not a kitchen.
Right.
The kitchen is the headache of the restaurant business. The bar usually is not, as long as you have good bartenders who aren't stealing.
Right.
You could have one bartender on and do $2,000 in a day, $3,000, and make so much money doing that.
Yeah.
Where a place like this, where it's got 70-something employees, your rent's atrocious because it's a huge place.
Yeah.
Your costs are terrible. Your food costs, no matter what you do. Again, we just raised our burger special on Wednesdays. It was a ridiculous $8 for burger and fries. Now it's $10, which is still ridiculously low. Nobody else is lower than $12 that has a decent burger. But beef just went up again this week. Again. And when we say go up, it went up 90 cents a pound.
Wow.
Yeah.
We go through well over 200
for like
pounds.
Me in the grocery store?
I would imagine so, yeah.
The hell is going on?
I don't know what's going on with beef, but it's crazy. So your steaks, your burgers, and just in burger alone, we go through 240, 250 pounds a week. So like, take that times 90 cents. It adds up.
I'm so glad you're saying all this stuff because it's not just BTB. It would be any restaurant is like this, and these are the decisions you have to make, and how you. Wow, I don't know.
It's there's certain items.
I wouldn't sleep either.
In a place like this,
you know what I mean? I wouldn't sleep either.
In a place like this where we're a casual restaurant, we can't get $40 for a ribeye steak. So we're selling it for $29, $30, and we're not hitting the margins we're supposed to. So you got to hope that your margin maybe in pizza recovers that. So you got one for the other, right? Where if you're in a dive bar, all your liquor and your beer are 25% cost.
Right.
You make sure of that, and you kill it. So
man,
yeah, give me a little place, and
it's like an education though that you guys are like.
I say that now. The new place is a takeout only place, which is very small, and I'm already down the road there's that building. We could open up a little bigger, make it a full-fledged restaurant. Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment. I put myself through it.
But you like it, and see the thing is do you think either one of you will ever retire?
No.
You'll always own or have a hand in something, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, along the way, and this place is going great, so. Why not?
Yeah, my goal in a couple of years is, hopefully in the South. But even if it's a year, I would like to get back into it and have my own place again.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
I got some things to clear up first.
Yeah. Well, everybody has things, but I mean, here is going very well.
It does go well here.
Yeah.
But then, what do you mean by that? Yeah, it's going great. It's
I don't
busy,
know. That's
sales,
the thing. It's like what is well for you?
You don't see people don't see on Monday. Our Monday this week was probably our worst Monday we've had
in a year
since we didn't have our liquor license for a short period of time because of a hiccup on it, and that was when we first opened. This Monday was just bad. And I think a lot of it was the Bills played Monday or Sunday night at home.
Yep.
So a lot of people went to the game. The other people stayed up and watched it.
Hungover.
So people were tired. They were hungover.
Yeah.
So it was a very, very slow
I don't even
day.
mean like alcohol hangover,
Yeah.
just a
Just
football
exhausting.
hangover, right? Yeah.
And to put it in perspective, a very slow day here is better than any Monday I ever had at Bathtub Billy's.
Really?
By far. Like
Yeah.
I've been, like we look at the numbers on Monday, we're like, Jesus, what happened? And I think back and I go, I would have killed for that number down the road. It was double whatever my best night was down
So,
there.
Connie, what do you do? Like, does that affect your head? Do you start to worry about that day, or do you just go, there are factors
If there's
and we
one,
got, yeah.
and you can kind of figure out, the Bills played late, everybody was up late, if they stayed and finished to watch the game. But when it comes a pattern, absolutely. Absolutely. You stay up and you think, what do we do? What do I need to do? What do we need to do for this?
What are we doing wrong?
What did we do wrong? Did we screw something up? Are we not? Are we? He is the most creative man I've ever met,
Well,
and
yeah.
has so many ideas.
Yeah.
And they're all crazy.
Yeah.
They hate me.
Never.
Well, see,
But-
this is the thing that I have said to Matt, like the tweaking of the menu, right? The specials, the stuff, the food. It's amazing. And she asked me how Laura liked the fried green tomatoes. And I said, Laura said she never had them and loved them. And Connie said, I've never had them either. And they were fantastic. I don't know where these ideas come from. I don't know what, but is it,
It
always
comes from everywhere. That one came from a customer. They had it at another restaurant in the South, and they wanted us to try it. And I said, I'll give it a shot. What the hell? And everybody looks at me like, you're fucking crazy. But it used to be a lot worse. We used to do
Oh my
monthly
God, yeah.
specials.
Yeah, I know. I remember
And
that.
that's very taxing. And I realized that, but it took me a long time to realize how taxing it was. So I kind of apologize for that.
So I mean,
I'm glad we're
because
back
it's
to
got to be
seasonal now.
taxing for even
First of all, to
people
come up
cooking.
with it, right?
Yeah.
But then you got to teach all your cooks. So,
Right.
like, say we have 8 cooks. All 8 cooks got to learn how to do every single dish the exact same way because it can't go out 2 different ways.
No. It's
So
got to be consistent.
Yeah, you spend a week making sure everybody's ready, right? And then you put them out, and in 4 weeks you're done. And oh, hey guys, it's time to learn 7 new items.
Right. Right.
So the seasonal is much better.
Yeah.
There's times where I wish we had the monthly just because, like, St. Patrick's Day. I would love to do something just for St. Patrick's. But now what are you going to do? You're going to print another menu and put it out for a weekend? So we usually do.
So you got to look at what idea is going to make me the most.
Yeah, and,
Right.
and it's not even about the money. It's about what's going to be easiest for the staff.
Well, when I say make the most, I mean make the most of my time, make the most
Yeah.
for the staff,
Right.
make the most for keep our life. The KISS rule, right? Keep it simple, stupid, but to a degree.
Yeah.
To a degree.
And listen, I'm up at 3 in the morning. I can't sleep. I get on TikTok. I'm looking at food TikTok.
Can
And
you ever turn it off?
Never. He never turns it off.
Not even when I'm away.
Nope.
Like, I'm never fully, it drives Natalie crazy. I am never fully on vacation.
Really?
When I go away, I take my laptop. I do all the banking from away. I don't want to put more on her and Michelle. That wouldn't be fair. So I take it with me and I handle it. And luckily I have Connie's very good about it because Connie and I kind of handle the finances. Michelle doesn't have to worry about those. She has to worry about the rest of the place, which is more than enough. But I can say to Connie, hey, when you write a check this week, just send me the number and the amount so I can log it, so I can keep track, so I know we're not going to bounce any checks or anything like that. And it works out very well. Like, we both have an idea every week of what the checks that get written are, but there's always something that comes up. Sudden last week we had a plumbing problem that cost us $900. You
Jesus.
just never know when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they see a big restaurant and they think, okay, I'm gonna just hit them over the head.
Oh, they got a ton of money.
Yeah. I mean, luckily I got a great plumber and I got a great electrician now. So
It's all people you need to trust.
Yeah.
Right.
So
along the way.
that plumbing repair probably would have cost us double that.
Jesus. But you make it sound like it's, it looks fun.
It can be. It can be a whole lot of fun. Like when I'm sitting out here having a beer with you, watching the Bills game,
Yes.
it's fun.
He's having
Yes,
a great time.
I know.
Although I'm still watching, going, what's going on?
Of course. Your
know.
head's on a swivel.
Thursday, the Cowboys are playing. I'm like, what's going on over there? Is everything okay?
Yeah. Right.
Till like the third quarter, then I stop because once I've had a couple drinks, I stay away because people get mad.
What attracted you, Connie, to the hospitality business? What was it? I mean,
Oh, God, that
as
was
you're
a long
talking,
time ago.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Whenever, I was at home, my mom always hosted.
yeah.
I always loved taking care of people.
You like
feeding
making people happy.
Making people happy.
Yeah, I can see that. I think you like making people happy too.
I do.
Even though you'll say things like, I'm miserable, I'm a grump, I'm a dick, I'm an asshole. But I think you like making people happy, and that's what you come in here, and I think everybody leaves happy. I mean, great. All these people who've come from around the country to try the different food and go on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
You got to be shitting a brick a little bit, going, what's going to happen? And every one of them, was there two or
there's
three?
Been two, yeah.
Two, yeah. Well, okay. So 100% said love it.
Yeah, and the one that went viral last year, he wants to come back. So I'm actually trying to find 3 or 4 other restaurants in this area that we can sign up to do it with him.
Yeah.
Because he comes from 6 hours away. He goes, I really want to come back and do hey, it's been a year. I want to come back and see how things are. And
doesn't it make you a little nervous?
Yes.
It would make me
yeah.
a little nervous.
Yes.
Do you
and
like?
He tells me last minute.
Yeah.
The other day, you had somebody here. He's like, somebody's on the way. I'm like, on the way?
I didn't know about this guy. So we had a guy, he's called the Empire Plate Guy.
I think I've seen him.
He
on
goes
TikTok.
everywhere.
Bearded guy.
Yeah,
and a lot
he
around Rochester.
Yeah, he sent me a message because he's on the I'm Foodie and Rochester page. So we put it on there a lot, our specials and that. So he texted me, he sent me a message Friday, I think it was? No,
Yeah.
Thursday. I came back. It was 2 Fridays ago. And he goes, hey, just so you know, I'm going to be at your restaurant in 20 minutes. I'm going to check out your food. And I was like, holy shit.
Would you rather them, though, the corny thing in a movie was always the New York Times reviewer was sneaking in undercover. But would you want to know or not know?
So we've had that too.
Yeah.
We've had that too. And so this guy gave us a heads up, but he gave us a 20-minute heads up.
Yeah.
Which is not on a Friday night.
No.
So I had to make sure he had a table.
Okay.
Make sure everything's okay. But he loved it. And now he's coming back in November to film an episode. So he goes, I always go to a place and I check it out. I try the food because I won't do a show with somebody
if it's bad.
He goes,
well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and he's great. He goes around New York State just doing this. Super nice guy.
If he says no, but would you ask that guy why?
Why he chose here?
No, if he said to you, hey, I'm coming in 20 minutes and you do all the stuff and then he doesn't come back to film an episode.
Oh, yeah.
Now he is, so we're all good.
Yeah.
Can you? Yeah, you want to know.
Definitely.
Because
I would shake him upside down until he told me.
But I always think, we can all learn. We're never, I've jokingly said to my kids, you're not that good. But none of us are perfect. We're always somewhere in the middle.
Right.
I always think, everything's going so great and you're feeling on top of the world, and then sometimes you're feeling way down here. But really, it's right kind of in the middle. It's never that great, and it's never not that bad when you actually look at it.
Well, when I get a 1-star review on Google, it's way down.
Okay, but that's some asshole.
It is, but
And
I take those personal.
Why? See, how can, after all these years in the business, that's the thing. I feel like, Connie, some of that stuff just seems to run off your back.
No.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. Okay.
None of it runs off.
Really?
No, I'm just more emotional about it. And outspoken.
But it really does affect you.
Absolutely.
Sure it does.
In what way?
I want to make. I don't.
You want to make it better?
I want to make it right. I want to know what was wrong.
Right.
I want to know. Okay, was this really a problem, or are you just being an asshole? But
Did you ever reach out?
You usually figure out. Yes, I reach out to every single one.
time.
Every single. Well, I will say this: I reach out to everybody who will mention anything on Facebook, good or bad. I'll try to reach out to them. We really can't from a business page, but I will from my personal page. When somebody leaves a Google review, there's no way to contact them. But I will say that, when we do answer the Google reviews, 99% of the time is please contact us and let us know what we could do differently.
Right.
Because if you would have told us while you were here, we would have.
Right.
And I think that's my biggest pet peeve is somebody doesn't say something when they're here. You had, let's say, you didn't like our chicken fingers. You thought they were too greasy. Say something. We'll make it right. You're here spending your hard-earned money.
This is a good lesson for everybody in a restaurant, because I think that sometimes you feel like, oh, they don't care, but they do. And that's why I think it's so great that both of you say it affects us so deeply. We want to make it right. So if you're at a restaurant and something's going wrong,
speak up.
In a polite manner, please.
Of course, you're not.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't need to be an asshole.
Don't scream at the server. It's not her fault. Let's say your steak got screwed up. Just say something. And our managers touch every single table. Every single
different.
table they check on and say, how is everything? You have ample opportunity at that point to say something. Your server's going to check on you 2 or 3 times. You have plenty of time to say, I don't like this. And we'll make it right.
Have you ever had a customer that you've been able to almost convert?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, from bad to good?
Well, I say bad to good. Maybe they had an experience,
They
The other
will-
thing is everybody's coming with their own perspective, right? I don't know what happened to you out there before you came in this
Right,
restaurant.
right.
And a lot of that, all of us, it filters how we
100%.
perceive things, Oh, great, fucking great day. I stubbed my toe, I fucking bounced a check, and now I come here and my burger's got a hair on it,
All
right?
right.
Oh, you know what I mean? And so it's a compounded thing, and it's like, fuck this place, I'm leaving.
And I'm going to Google and I'm going to blast them.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous.
So on one of those reviews, to give you a little background, we got blasted pretty good. And honestly, I think we deserved it. We made some mistakes that day, and that happens.
Who says that?
No, we did deserve it. I mean,
Yeah.
they screw up the food. It happens. They're human beings back there making the food, and who knows? We might have been 3 people short that day because 2 people didn't show up or something. So I said, please reach out, and the woman did. She reached out. It was a group of 8 people, and I said, I'd like to make this right. And we talked about it for a few minutes. They came in a week later, had a meal. I made sure everything was comped, everything was taken care of. 100%, everything was great, right? Of course it was, because we're going to make sure at that point.
Yeah, sure.
She now comes back at least once a week, and some people do not know her, and she'll tell me every time how it is. We have not missed a spot since. And that's not to say we're not going to make a mistake,
Of course.
but it shows that one mistake can happen, and the next 9 visits
it's not
can be great.
indicative of everything else in the restaurant.
Yeah. And if you're going to leave a review, leave a good one too. You know, when people say, I've been to this restaurant 9 times, and today I had a bad visit, and I'm writing you a 1-star review. Well, why didn't you give me a 5-star review the first time? Why not the second time, third time? You've had 9 chances. But the one time we make a mistake, you're going to blast us? So, okay, a baseball hitter hits a ball 2.5 times every 10 times. He's great.
Yeah, right. That's what I
If
was
we
just
screw
gonna
up
say.
1 out of 10,
Right.
We're horrible.
we're horrible. Yeah, we're batting 900.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say we don't make mistakes. Every day we make mistakes, whether it's noticeable to the customer because it's something that happened in the back, if it's your food gets screwed up, or maybe you just don't like the way it tastes because you thought it was going to taste differently. We don't say to you, well, too bad, you should have known that. No, what do you want instead? We'll make it for you. And we push that ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is when you
I
go
like
to a restaurant,
knowing
give
this
them
stuff.
a chance.
Yeah, that's. I'm saying this isn't just BTB. It's anywhere you go, and I love when you go out and you do food reviews sometimes, quietly, but you do right on there. And I always think that that's a great.
I won't ever say
You
anything
know the
bad.
business. No, wow.
No, I just won't. And, people get mad at me, and so I did a couple of them, and then people got more mad. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to. So, I'll be, for instance, we went somewhere last night, and all I got was a grilled chicken sandwich, right?
Yeah.
It was the worst grilled chicken sandwich I have ever had. I tell you, I would rather eat a piece of wood.
Yeah.
I had 3 bites out of it. We know the girl that was working there. And she goes, what's wrong? I said, it's just, I can't eat it. What do you want? I said, I don't want anything else. Don't take it off the bill. Mistakes happen. And, of course, she took it off the bill anyways because, she knows us. But I was like, I just want you to know so that the next customer or something, maybe the chicken's dried out because it's been sitting somewhere. I don't know.
Right.
There's a reason why. Or maybe the cook is just overcooking. I just want you to know.
Right.
And it's hard if I don't know the people. It's hard for me to even say something. So I get that people don't want to say something because, what a Karen, It's not. As long as you do it the right way.
No, a Karen demands a baseball from a child.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
it's
he
even
gets fired.
But even with me being in this industry now for the last time 11 years, it's still hard for me to say to a server, I don't like this. This is terrible.
Yeah.
But I managed to try to squeeze it out. And I always say, I don't want the money back for it. Don't. You'll lose money. I just don't want the next customer to get this. I'm not the guy that's going to blast you. but
Yeah.
The next person could.
Yeah. Connie, what's your favorite part of the business?
The rush.
The rush. What do you mean? Like
The dinner rush,
Yeah.
or the Saturday that I have 4 caterings, or Thanksgiving when we serve 250
so you like
people.
it when it's like you
It's
got
a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Right.
Right.
There
So
was
that-
there was one Thanksgiving I remember you were
So you're
away.
a masochist.
Yeah. And I was in the back, and I was texting him. I'm like, I can't do this. And he's like, I shouldn't have gone away. I'm like, oh, nope, I'm good. That's not the answer I wanted. I just wanted to say I didn't know if I could do this.
Yeah.
But like last year, we fed 250 homeless people for
That's
Thanksgiving.
amazing. That's like really. Who's that through?
I don't know what that shelter's
That's a
called.
really-
It's on Monroe Avenue.
Okay.
I wish I knew.
But that's a wonderful thing that you do, and that people know that. Do you take donations for that?
We didn't this year.
didn't.
No. Would you ever consider that? Because
I will
think
tell you that a
people
lot of times I have regular customers that are here
Yeah.
that will say, please take this $50. Please take this $20, which is
That's what I'm
great.
saying.
But I feel absolutely horrible
Why?
doing that. I don't know.
you're doing.
I don't know.
People like. I really do believe, and I know that we'll hear all this shit about the world and stuff, but I feel like the fringes get highlighted, the bad gets highlighted, the this. I think most people, no matter where they fall politically, don't want to see someone suffer. Period.
No.
So I'll help. You know, I mean, I guess the hand is the word would be hand up, not hand out kind of thing. I think we all would like to see somebody go, hey, you're in America, you got an opportunity. You can make things happen. Let's stop feeling bad for ourselves. But I've been there, so here.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a great thing. I think that's amazing, though. 250 meals on Thanksgiving, that's a lot.
That's
That's a
insane.
lot.
And I didn't. All I did is plate stuff. They did all the cooking. They did everything. I just helped plate the stuff. Like
Whose idea was this? You?
anything bad like this is my idea. Don't
Okay,
you
well,
know?
it's not bad. No,
I'm the one
I
who gives
really
her the
didn't know
4
because I know
caterings in one
Connie's got a
day.
big heart, too. So,
Well,
like,
no. So we have a friend, Brittany, who's a regular customer of ours, and she deals with these people. And I'm going to say this, and maybe it's going to turn some people off to the restaurant. We also handle what they call the queer prom for them, which
Okay.
is 1,000 kids
Yeah. Right.
that are obviously
A little different.
right.
Yeah.
But we handle their prom every single year. We cater it,
That's awesome.
and gladly, and we give them a discount to help them out.
Yeah.
But she also brings us other things. So she was the one that said, hey, I have this opportunity. I know this is how you guys are. Do you want to feed these 250 homeless people? And she didn't finish her sentence, and we were like, yes. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah.
And
why-
when we walked away last year, when we were all done, we
Yeah.
said, okay, now I know what we can do for next year to make this
Right,
better.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do we
you're
make
always
this easier
always
for
thinking
us?
that. But you like the rush when things are busy, and I have to ask you this: no day is it ever the same. I know you're
Never.
coming to the same place; it's mostly the same people, but out here it's never.
Never.
Yeah.
Never the same.
Wow,
like
that's kind of
you
cool.
see the bar right now, it's full, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Tuesday there was 2 people at the bar.
God bless America.
And even yesterday, the day wasn't terrific, but like last night, they got their asses handed to them last night, and they just no big deal. They just made it work. And you know what? I didn't get a complaint.
No,
You know.
yeah, good.
So,
What's your favorite part of the business?
you know what? My favorite part of the business, honestly, is somebody telling you that they had a great meal, or walking away from those homeless people last year saying, you know what? You just gave them a meal that. To me and you, it's like, shit, I'm going to be so tired and fat and full after I eat this. This person is like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
First of all, I screwed up last year with that because I thought the meals had to go there hot. So we made sure everything was hot, so we were late getting there. So now I'm already feeling bad. Turns out they don't care if it's hot, cold, everything. So this year, they're like, just bring it cold because they're going to take it home, quote, unquote,
Yeah.
wherever they're staying.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to heat it somehow, some way. So
Okay.
I still feel like there's some people we'll wait till the last second to make it because I know the ones that are definitely not living anywhere but under a bridge, and I'll make sure they get the hot one. There's a lot of people that aren't quote unquote homeless. They're living in a home, but they can't get a job. No one will hire them. It's not that they don't want
Do
to
you bring
work.
your kids to that too? Because I know your sons. Both your sons work here.
Yeah. Both of them work here. Jocelyn's been to a couple with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
boys have not.
okay. But
One
I'm
thing
just,
I regret.
oh, really?
I wish I could take them back.
They seem like great kids
They
when I've
are.
interacted
Oh,
with them, and they. I
no.
mean, he made a hell of a
that
piece. I
way.
ate the whole thing.
Well, yeah, not one piece less.
I did because I didn't want to look like a pig.
Oh.
I would have eaten it. It had nothing. But I was like, I don't think I ate for a day after that. But I ate the entire pizza.
But I mean, my
like,
dad.
it's so
my-
good, man.
I do that to honor my father because that's the way I was brought up. So I hope that maybe that when I'm gone, it could be tomorrow, it could be 20 years if you guys are unlucky, that they'll hold that same line for somebody and do that for them. You know.
Yeah. It's been.
Say, you know.
I really appreciate you guys both sitting down, and I know that Matt was a little hesitant, but because we do dick jokes, fart jokes, whatever. Okay, but I think that what makes people tick is the most relatable thing, and I think that hearing about both kind of your journeys a little bit, but what goes into the restaurant, the thought behind it, the concern behind it, the wanting to be the best is something that people, I don't think, know or necessarily appreciate, and I love conversations like this. So I really thank you guys for doing that, because my schedule has changed a little bit. I've decided to take on more in life.
What does that sound like?
Exactly. That's why, dude. This is why this is all happening.
You got to be the best.
It's
the best. You got to be. You got to do it. Right?
You got to do it. You got to do it.
Learn every day what you can and can't and should and shouldn't do.
Right. Exactly. But BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill, I'm already impressed. It's 12:30. There's not a seat at the bar. There's other tables filling up.
There's people at the bar outside too.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's beautiful outside.
It's a beautiful day.
There's a lot of tables out there. Actually.
Yeah.
Looking at the TV.
Well, get out here and get those fried green tomatoes. Try the meatball bomber. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah, because it is huge. I devoured half that fast.
Bill was able to pick it up. Kevin, he's a pussy. Fork, knife. Come on, boy.
I cut it in half and I just picked it up and ate that thing.
And he was wearing a white shirt.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. That was good.
That was daring.
Not even a spot.
Not a spot until I got home. And I sat down. Was that a Monday night game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I sat down to peek at the Monday night game and decided, hey, chips and salsa would be good, because Jameson begged me to eat the other half of this tub. So, and yeah, salsa.
I got to start bringing in food.
No, you
remind
don't
me.
have to bring him in food.
Why?
Because he's fine. I will say this, and I'm going to say it on the podcast. I never asked. I know who did.
Yeah.
And I was never comfortable with that.
Oh, I'm all right.
All right.
You know what? We talk about it. It's great.
Yes.
We get the food out. We
You
always
said
bring
that
a
to
special,
me, so I
you know?
didn't. But that was never my intention.
And now that we're doing the seasonal specials, like we get them pretty fast. In 4 weeks, we have the whole season done. So that gives me 8 weeks to bring you a different item off a menu that we can talk about.
Yeah.
So it's great because, there's some people out there that might take the ride out. But
I've
I will
had some
say,
people come.
Your customers need to start talking more, though, because they used to tell me all the time,
Yeah.
here, John the Pocket. And I haven't got a lot of those lately. So speak up, people.
Somebody just sent me a thing saying they came out. They sent me a picture and
Nice.
said they're here. It is their favorite place to come when they're out on this side of town.
Nice.
And I will. Yeah, go say something then.
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah.
'Cause that
Just let them know, hey, we're here because of Bill Moran.
Yeah. All right. Well, that would be would be a
that helps
wonderful
you as
thing.
well.
Yes, it does. For Matt, for Connie, I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you on Monday.